So if you're an online coach, then you're likely using Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn to try and get your online coaching clients. But you might have started to notice that over the past few years, this strategy has started to fatigue. And what I mean by fatigue is that it's not working as well. It seems a little bit harder to book calls. Even if you do get somebody on a call, it's harder to actually turn them into a client and help them make that decision. And we noticed this around 2 years ago. And obviously we didn't like that. We didn't think it was going to be a very sustainable way to keep growing the business. Doing more of what is getting harder just didn't feel like the right way to approach things. So what we started to do is to use YouTube to get clients for our online coaching business. And we tested that out with our own business for the first year. And then over the course of the past 12 months, we've actually been doing this with some of our clients, the coaches that we work with. And it's been working very, very well. I'm going to show you in this video exactly how this works, exactly how to set it up, exactly what you need to think about and how to approach this so that you can start getting online coaching clients using YouTube. Because Instagram just isn't really enough anymore. You can probably feel it, that like trust is at an all-time low. People don't really want to jump on calls. They're not really engaging with your content as much. The market is saturated. There are so many online coaches out there now. Everyone and their dog is an online coach, and anybody can become one. That's the crazy thing, is that like you don't even need a qualification. There's no regulatory body around online coaching, meaning that anybody can go and post a picture of their six-pack, call themselves an online coach, and that's that. So you are literally competing with just a ridiculous amount of people, especially on Instagram. People are getting sick of cold DMs. People just don't want to be just spammed with messages on Instagram anymore. They find it strange. They find it weird, and you might find it weird doing that as well, which is, fair enough. People know the game. The market is sophisticated enough now to understand when they're being sold to, or, when you're creeping into their DMs to try to get them on a call. There's no like class to the industry anymore with the way that people are being taught to do this. And it's just not working, right? It's too much effort for too little reward. Don't get me wrong. Instagram will still be a primary conversion platform, but it's simply not enough on its own. So to fix that, we believe that YouTube is the future. And just before we jump into this, I know that me saying that YouTube is the future, it can seem like an addition to Instagram. It can seem like it's going to be more work. Well, let me ask you this. If you were to spend the time that you'd spent wasted on sales calls with people that are never going to buy, the time that you spent wasted in DMs with prospects that were never going to book calls, the times that you wasted making Instagram stories, editing reels, filming reels, all of these activities that you have to do to kind of keep up this Instagram hamster wheel. If you were to take all that time and put that into making just one high quality YouTube video every single week, how good do you think you could make that video? And not only how good do you think you could make that video, do you even think that it would take as much time as it took to do all the work on Instagram? The answer is no. It's going to take way less time to make a video on YouTube than it is to do all of those Instagram activities. So we can achieve leverage instead of running on the hamster wheel. So YouTube is the future because trust is built way easier. You're spending way more time with somebody, getting to know them a lot better. Also, no one's doing this yet, guys. Like, there's not really any online coaches out there that are using YouTube in this way to get online coaching clients. It's mostly just influencers who get brand deals, and that's how they make their money. Or they use YouTube AdSense, which is like where you get paid from YouTube for them putting ads on your videos. So they're not really bothered about getting online coaching clients. It's more so that they just earn money through those other means. You actually need to be a good coach. This is another big positive to YouTube, in my opinion, is that people who don't know what they're talking about will get found out pretty fast, or people will be able to tell that that person doesn't really know what they're on about just through the video. If you listen to somebody for 5 to 10 minutes, then you very quickly get an idea of whether they're actually confident in what they're saying or not, or whether they actually have the answers to the problems that you've got. There's no qualification needed. So even if you are somebody who does have the experience, then you can still do this. You can still make a YouTube channel. You can still make it work despite the qualification not being there. Your DM convos will be warm. So again, the way that we teach this strategy is to get people from YouTube into your Instagram DMs. You're probably wondering, how does that work? Don't worry, we're going to explain that later on in the video and in other videos on this channel. But we don't want to be doing cold DMs. We don't want to be having conversations with people that just simply don't want to talk to us. It's ridiculous. It's a complete backwards way of growing a business. It's a complete waste of time. It's a breath of fresh air, right? Having people in your inbox that actually want to communicate with you around what it is that you do. And the good thing about YouTube is that you can do the work once and you can see the rewards forever. YouTube will allow you to gain leverage instead of being a slave to sales calls and constant DMs. You're probably wondering, oh, that all sounds great, but like, is it working? Come on, why isn't my mirror working? There we go. You're probably wondering, is it working? Well, look, with our own business over the past, sorry guys, mirror is being a bit funky. There we go. With our own business in the past 12 months, we've managed to double our client base. We also decided to triple our prices. So if you do the maths on that, then we've earned a lot more money this year than we have in previous years. But what allowed us to do that was the fact that we had this YouTube base and this machine there to go ahead and nurture people. Number one, to the point where they were easy to close. Number two, where they would actually spend more money with us. And as you can see here, there's only 21 at the time of the screenshot. There's only 21 videos on my YouTube channel. The last one was made, it says 3 weeks ago. I believe that this was like way longer ago now for the time of recording this. I don't know when I made this Miro board. But anyway, so is it working? Yes. But I didn't just make it work for a business coaching offer, because obviously that's what this channel is about. So you're probably thinking, yeah, great. Well, it works for you. You've got a business coaching offer. They can be easier to sell. Last year, I was running this YouTube channel. I've cleared it up now. It's mostly just lifestyle stuff, but it was very like self-improvement-y, men's health, men's improvement, that sort of stuff. That was the type of content I was posting on here. And we had a £6,000 day 1 month last year, and those were all people that had found our YouTube. Now granted, I'll be transparent, one of the sales that we got here, which was somebody spending about £2,000 of us last year, was a business coaching client that we worked with, but £4,000 of this day was made up from self-improvement, personal coaching offer sales that I got through this YouTube channel here, which is obviously fantastic. Now you're probably thinking, great, but has it? Okay, so it's worked for your business coaching offer. It's worked for your personal and health coaching offer. Has it worked for any other offers? Well, yes, of course. So these are people that we've worked with, and these are some of our clients that we've tested this out with over the past 12 months. You know, we're talking about the YouTube Instagram combo that one of our clients was using, got the close rate to 77%. This is the thing, right? This is another big thing with online coaching at the moment. People say that the industry standard is 30% close rate, meaning that if you get 10 calls in your calendar, 7 of those you're going to waste an hour of your time, and only 3 of those are going to become clients. If you had an extra 7 hours per week, that's like an extra working day. What could you achieve? How much better could your product be? How many more people could you help? How much better could your YouTube content be? How much more time could you spend with your family? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just ridiculous that people have like normalized 30% being like the industry standard for, you know, new coaches getting into this. It just doesn't make any sense. Fair enough if you're running like a huge sales team and you're dealing with lots of volume, but when you're first getting started and you just want to get to like 10, 15, 20K per month, and maybe even you just want to maintain that, you absolutely don't need to be aiming for a 30% close rate. It's just ridiculous, you know? So yeah, like having that rapport built through YouTube can lead to you having that sort of 77 high percent close rate. I mean, we want to see at least, you know, above 50% ideally, and then that can also allow you to have these bigger cash collections from people that you're working with. As you can see here, one of our clients collected 5k Canadian, which is about £2,500 from one client. You just don't get that through Instagram leads. People just don't know you enough or trust you enough or have spent as much time with you. They're not sort of bought in enough to spend that amount of money just from Instagram, right? Again, you can see here people making bigger sales and whatnot as well. But yeah. So look, the traditional funnel, just to summarize that, the traditional funnel is, and this is what, you know, if you've been in a business mentorship, you're probably going to get told as well. Post more content, which takes a lot of time. Send more DMs, where you deal with a lot of rejection. Take more calls at a sub 30% close rate. That's kind of what's going on at the moment. And can it work? Yes, but it's just going to be very exhausting. Now, we're calling this the hybrid transition funnel because you're going to be using the YouTube and Instagram combo, which allows you to create an ecosystem which you create once and use forever. You can prioritize warm leads, which will lead to easy DM bookings. You can sell transparency. Do you know, rather than like getting somebody on, this is the thing as well, right? Rather than getting somebody on a sales call and having to drag them over the line and use all these different objection handles and all of these weird sales tactics that you know the prospect can feel is a bit weird and awkward. What if you could just sell transparency? What if somebody could just jump on a call with you and you could just go, yep, we can help you. Here it is. Here's how much it is. And they were super warm to that. They were super open to actually going on board with your program because of that. How much better would that feel? I used to hate feeling like this like slimy salesperson, just like dragging people over the line. So this has helped with that a lot as well, and it's also improved the close rate. So I've had to use less weird sales tactics, and I've been able to increase my close rate. Pretty good deal. Anyway, how do we actually set this up? Now, I'll be transparent with you guys. I am going to be making a lot more videos on this channel around the setup with the hybrid transition funnel, the hybrid transition system, and being able to get you online clients through using YouTube and Instagram and having this more leveraged way of doing it. So subscribe to the channel if you want to see more on that, because we're going to have some monstrous guides coming. It's going to be our sort of main message and main thing that we do now, is using YouTube and teaching YouTube to you guys, as we've been doing it with our other clients as well. But anyway, here's the setup. There's really 3 things that we need to focus on, which is your offer, your ecosystem, and 5 to 10 sales calls every single week. So to build an undeniable offer, you need a very clear transformation articulation. And what I mean by that is you need to very clearly articulate the outcome that you're going to be helping your client achieve. In the next video, we're going to be talking about building that offer and what you need to do in order to articulate that and how to then present it. But you're also going to need a deep avatar understanding. Most people, they just don't know the people that they're going to be working with well enough. You probably feel from watching this video that I have spoken to your exact problems if you've been trying to get clients from Instagram and it's not really worked. Everybody that I've done this strategy with has gone like, oh my God, yeah, like this is what I'm experiencing. And that's because I have a really deep understanding of what you're going through, which allows me to provide you with a very connected solution to where you're at to help you move forward in your journey. You need to do the same with the people that you're going to work with. And then on top of that, you need world-class delivery with your offer as well. After that is the content ecosystem. So what an ecosystem means and what an ecosystem is a place that attracts and runs by itself. It attracts more resources and also produces more resources, and it runs by itself without having to have like external elements added into it constantly in order for it to be maintained. So we want to first align your Instagram personal brand in the right way. My camera's froze. I don't know if you guys can see that. It looks really silly. I don't know if you can still hear me, but I'm going to keep going anyway. But I hope I don't still that for the rest of the video. Okay. You're just going to have to deal with that. Oh, wait, no, I think I'm back. I don't know if that froze for you guys, but my face just froze on like a really weird position. Anyway, sorry. So going back to the content ecosystem, we want to align your Instagram personal brand to obviously your offer and make sure that it's going out there in the right way. Typically, the kind of meta of Instagram now is you just need like a selection of good posts on your Instagram. You don't need to constantly be posting this sort of short form content where you're doing talking head videos and giving these little insights. That's fine. You can kind of leave that for now as well, because it's quite exhausting, and to scale that, it's just ridiculous as well. Next is we want to create this Netflix binge effect on your YouTube channel, right? And we call this content web marketing. Now, content web marketing, it has different elements to it. It has the Netflix binge effect within your YouTube, meaning that people will watch a YouTube video, then they'll be like bounced to other videos, and they're constantly in this cycle of, watching your videos until they take action. Now, outside of that as well, we also want to send people through to your Instagram. We don't just want people to stay on YouTube. We want to get people onto Instagram and into your DMs as an inbound conversation so that you can then book them onto a warm sales call. And that's where the content web marketing comes in, because we want to ping people from YouTube to Instagram, and then if necessary, ping them from Instagram to YouTube and back and forth. And it creates this kind of web where they're just in your world. No matter where they go, whether that's Instagram or YouTube, they see you and they watch your content. Okay? So that's content web marketing. Again, I know that like you're probably going to think of that and be like, well, yeah, but how do I do that? Don't worry. Like, subscribe to this channel. We're going to be showing you exactly how to set all of this up. Next is getting between 5 and 10 sales calls weekly. So again, obviously from those inbound and warm DM conversations, you'll get high intent sales call bookings, and this will give you like the consistency and control over your bookings, because it's not just about throwing 10 people onto a sales call who might become a client. We want high intent individuals jumping onto those calls so that you can convert at least 50% of those people into paying clients, right? We don't take anybody onto a sales call that isn't primed to make a decision, that we don't think is genuinely going to become a client and somebody that we can genuinely help move forward within their journey. And that's what we want to help you build as well. So if you do want my... Jesus Christ, I've frozen again. I don't know if you guys can see that. That looks ridiculous. Okay, ending this off. If you do want my help setting up a YouTube channel and getting online coaching clients from there, like we have done with our other clients and our other businesses over the past few years. Oh, I'm back. Like we have our other clients and our other businesses over the past few years. DM me on Instagram at Tom Hutch Move. I'll just type it here. It's at Tom Hutch Move. DM me on Instagram at Tom Hutch Move, and I will get the details over to you there. Take care, guys. Appreciate you watching.